Yo, okay. So let's see if this situation is all too familiar for you. You were in school, you were maybe trying super hard or just not trying as much as you should have, and you unfortunately failed. It happens. I've been there. That's happened to me. And that happened to me very recently. And I'm here to tell you steps you can take to move forward, how to use your time, just how to feel better about this. Because it's not easy. That's one thing you have to know. It's not easy. It could really eat you alive, honestly. I'm in medical school, and I just went through the hardest part of my school's curriculum, which is neurology, and then there's psychiatry as well. Psychiatry wasn't that bad, but the neurology was very difficult, and there's so much to learn, so much stress that you're put under, and I low-key crumbled a little bit. I'll give you a story. I was actually this was about 2 months ago. I was My bed is right here. I was laying literally in bed. I was laying down, the back of my head on my pillow, and I had my phone in my bed. I don't usually like use my phone when I'm in bed all the time, but I was just checking the calendar, and I scrolled, and I saw that what was class for the next day was gone. And I thought, what happened? My heart dropped a little bit. I was like, what happened? I go to my class's Canvas page. I'm at my med school's Canvas page, and they moved me from the final module in the whole curriculum to this thing called PACE. And PACE is essentially the module you go into when you failed and you have to repeat it. And I was literally laying in bed. I was looking at my phone, and my eyes went wide, and I literally went, "Oh my god." I just fucking I just failed. This is insane. I quickly throw open the sheets. I get out of bed. I start pacing my room a little bit. I'm like, what the heck is going on? Like this can't happen. Like, oh my god, I've never failed before. And like in med school, I need to like this is like how did this happen? And I call my mom because she's my biggest rock. I call her, and she didn't answer because she was on the plane. And I thought, oh my god, how the heck am I gonna process this? I went outside to the living room because I heard my roommate making some food, and I told him, I said, "Bro, I just paced neuro," and he was like, "What? No way! I saw you in the class." He checked. I was moved. I think what happened was I was so close to passing that they actually thought they put me in the final module, but they actually moved me because they're like, "Oh, we actually failed." So I'm here to tell you, man. I know for a fact myself, it's not easy. Bro, if you're anything like me, you've been through a lot of different struggles. This isn't the first of the struggle, and it won't be the last. A lot, if you're like me at all, you know that life is hard. It's not easy. You go through things. I remember in high school, during COVID, I started slipping a lot in school because I just wasn't, I didn't care anymore. I was a senior in high school. I did not give a two craps about school, and I didn't give two shits, and it was that was a tough time. And then even going into college, I told myself like I'm gonna change, I'm gonna do this, but living at home nothing really changed because I wasn't in the dorms, and then that as well, like then I also kind of faltered, and I didn't do well either. And then by senior year of college I realized I had to make a change because I wanted to actually pursue something in medicine. That's when I really realized I wanted to do medicine, so I took organic chemistry. I did well. Then I took Orgo 2, did well. Biochemistry, I did well. I was really making a new name for myself. And then here I came to medical school, and I was coasting. First semester, I destroyed it. Second semester was pretty hard. That's a hard semester. I still made it through. Third semester, made it through. Fourth semester, made it through. And now I'm in fifth semester, the last semester. And I failed. I paced the first half, which was not easy at all to go through. Um, I want to bring you back to something that I think is supremely important, something you supremely need to do if you want to make it through a situation like this. You definitely need to have and find out what your why is. Now, what this means is you need to have an idea in your mind of what exactly the reason you're doing all this is. Now, there's a great I don't know, I think I read this in a book, but there's a great idea. It's the idea like first you ask one simple why. You ask a why. Next, like for example, I'll give you an example. I want to lean to 170 pounds. That's like one of my goals right now. I'm about 190 and I want to lean down to 170. Okay, good. Why do you want to do that? Because I want to look. I want to. Because I want to. I want to get a better body image. Whatever the case may be. I want to get stronger. I want to get leaner. Whatever. I want to do that because it looks good. Why do you want it to look good? Because I want to look better for myself and for other people. Why do you want to do that? Because I think with that there's like an ego thing. Like yeah, like I look good. Like yeah, like you feel proud of yourself. That's the third why. Why do you want to feel proud of yourself? Because I think it's supremely important for your confidence and for your self image to look good. Why do you care about that? Because I want to love myself. Done. The fifth why is the real why. I want to love myself. That's why I want to lean down to 170 pounds. That's why I'm in a deficit. That's why I've been working out and doing my cardio every single day. That's why I'm doing this. That's why. Good. So you figured out your why. Boom. Done. Now, now that you have your why, I want you to do this actually yourself as well. I want you to if you have a pen and paper, that'd be amazing. I just kind of said it out loud. I think you can too. I want you to take the time, 2 seconds right now. What's your big goal? Whether that's to pass, get to study well, pass the second time. Boom, that's a great goal. That's what the purpose of the video is. But maybe it's also like a fitness goal or like a business goal. I want to make a YouTube video. Why do you want to make a YouTube video? Because I want to make money and make a business. Why do you want to make a business? Because I want to support myself and my future family. Why do you want to do that? Because I want to be a good dad. Why do you want to be a good dad? Because I want to be a better dad than my dad was to me. My dad's a fine dad, but I'm just saying like you can always be better. Oh, good. Boom. Done. You know what I'm saying? You have to keep going. You got to keep digging a little bit. And then once you find the fifth why is the real why. The fifth why is considered like the real why. That's the real reason that you're doing anything. So let's do it with school. Ready? Let's do it together. Why do I want to do well in school? Because I want to prove to myself I can do it. That's for me. I started going to med school. I wanted to become a doctor. But a big thing was I wanted to prove myself I could do it. I guess that was the reason at the end of college. I guess when I came to med school, it was more so I wanted to just be a doctor. But there was a point where I was like, I failed a college class, and I was like, I want to do it. I want to do it. I want to prove to myself I can do it. Boom. That's a good why. Why do you want to prove to yourself that you want to do it? That you can do it? Because I think it's important to have a good self confidence. Boom. Why do you want to have good self confidence? Why do you think it's important? Because self love is important. Boom. Why do you think self love is important? Why do you care about self love? Because I want to love myself. Boom. A lot of the times when you dig, you get to like a really deep layer, and that deep layer is the same. It's almost always gonna be I want to love myself. I wanna be the best version of myself. I want to be a better version, a better person for X person, for Y person. So just kind of go with the flow. Go with the idea like okay, this is my why, and you need to find your why. If you are struggling with this, if you are in a position, because this is me, man. I remember I took an organic chemistry test. This was the first time I took orgo, and I bombed it. I knew I bombed it. I didn't even get the grade back, but I knew I just did so bad. I knew I did terrible, terrible. And um um I checked I checked my grade, and so you can imagine what they had us do, like after class. So let's say the exam was Friday. After class on Tuesday or Wednesday, they would have us go to the chemistry building, and we would all stand in a huge ass line outside of like this one room, and one by one you can go in, you can get your exam, and they have the exam A B C D like alphabetical. And I remember it was so embarrassing. I walked into the room, and mine was the last one on S because my last name starts with an S, and I was like, holy crap, dude. Everyone else probably saw my grade. Maybe they didn't. Maybe it doesn't matter. But I was really embarrassed because like everyone kind of knew me a little bit. And I looked at the grade. It was like a 52, dude. It was really bad. It was probably a 40 something. I don't even remember what the grade was because it doesn't matter. Looking back now, it doesn't matter at all. But I remember at the time that grade was really low. It was probably like a 40 or 50. And I was so immediately I was depressed. And you know what's crazy? We had a party. We were going to a party. Me and my friend group were going to a party that night, and I got blacked out drunk. I got super super drunk, dude. I did not care. That was one of the most drunk I've ever been. And it was full cope. Like it was 100% cope. 100% I didn't want to accept and like deal with my grade. So I like drank my problems away. 100% that's the reason. Like absolutely. And that kind of brings me to my next point. When this happens to you, you need to take up some sort of self improvement habit, whether that's meditation, whether that's journaling, whether that's deep breathing, whether that's sleeping extra, whether that's going to the gym more or doing exercising, doing cardio, whether that's socializing with more people, whether that's making a business, whatever the case may be, you need to do some self improvement, some mental health habits. And I would say anything that can kind of take your mind off of it. So I remember the first couple days after I found out that I failed, I was going through the ringer. I was in shock. Then I was like super sad. Then I was like coping and saying, no, it's okay. I was eating a lot of sugar. It was really bad. I'm normally pretty good about my diet and my health and stuff, but it was bad. Um, I was pretty just locked out. It was bad. And so I tried to like I told myself after like a week I was like, okay, you know what, you need to do something. So that's like the next big point I want to make. Do you need to accomplish something in the time that you have where you're not doing anything? Like if you're in medical school like me, you're gonna have a couple months where you don't do anything because you're trying to repeat the module. That's fine. I'm telling you, that's actually gonna be really, really helpful for you. You need to have that time and you need to do that. So I'm telling you right now, do something. Like try, accomplish something. For me, I made a business. I made a program. I made a like medical school guide slash program slash all the stuff I've learned. I've put into this program, and I made like a PDF, a document. All this will be in the description below. But I did all of this, and it really kind of grew. It helped me grow a lot. I'll tell you that. I because I immersed myself so deeply into something. Literally, I tell you, for like a week and a half, 2 weeks straight, I would wake up, work, eat some like bullshit sweets that it was terrible for me, but I was so focused on work I didn't care. And then I work more. I'd sleep. I'd take a nap. I'd wake up, work more, go to class because I have like mandatory classes I have to go to because I'm repeating. I'd go do the classes. I'd work more. I'd do this. Everything was work. I remember I was in class. We were on lunch break, and I was working on this PDF I was making. It's like a mini book, a mini ebook kind of thing. It's like about like changing your life because I've done that. You know, I changed my life when I was at the end of college, and I really was working on it. And then I like took a nap. I woke up on my computer, so I was there, and I just kept working. And this girl next to me was like, "Look at me." She's my friend, but she was like, "Look, what the heck is Rohan doing? Like, what the heck? What is he doing? Like, what is he working so hard on?" I was grinding that, and after like 2.5 weeks, it was done. It's not done. This is the program right here. It's not like done ever because I'm always gonna add new stuff to it. But I finished a couple of these courses. I finished this course called Studying 101 and this course called The Social Game. I finished both of them, and I was so proud of them. I think they're amazing. If you are in the market, if you are like about to go to med school and you're really thinking of like something to buy, or like you're really thinking about something to guide you in studying and like the social aspect, how to make like more friends and how to like meet people and stuff, I'm telling you, this course, it'll be in the description, is the best thing you can do for yourself. You'll get coaching calls with me, you'll get cheaper deals for a lot of these other things, and it'll be like geared towards you. You can call me, we'll talk. I'll hook you up with like with these courses, studying 101, the social game. I have more that will be unlocked. The guide to test taking, how to take tests, because my like I told you, semester one I crushed it. I crushed it because I had a system in place. Now, when you go up in the higher in the semesters, it gets much hard, much harder. So, I'm, it's not a test to my credibility. It's more so just the idea that it does get way more difficult. So, you have to understand that. And then I have this course I'm working on called The Family Man, which is where I talk about like how to have that support system because you need support in medical school. You absolutely need it. I don't know anybody who's like lone wolfing this shit and getting through without any support. I feel like everybody needs someone to get through med school. That's what I think. And it's true. That's what I believe is true. Let's see what else I have here. Um, yeah. So these mental health habits, man, the best thing you can do is just a practice that you do every day. That is very unfriction. That is very frictionless. An example of this would be um, let's talk about meditation. People will say that you should meditate for like an hour a day. I've done that before. I've meditated an hour a day before, and that's not what I'm doing now. That's not what I'm doing currently, and that's not what I would advise you to do currently. I think when you meditate, you should, in the beginning at least, stick to small numbers and just be very consistent. So I used to meditate for 20 minutes after I woke up 20 minutes around the afternoon, and then 20 minutes at night. And like that was fine, but it was very unsustainable. I was able to do that for a couple of weeks to a month. And then I also had other periods where I was doing it like for like what, maybe 2 months or something. I don't know exactly, but it was very unsustainable. It was very difficult to keep up. I felt like I was in control. I felt like my habits were in control of me, not I was in control of them. I felt like it got to a point where I was just doing it because I like it was just like it was like I need to do it instead of like, oh, I'm doing it for myself to feel better, you know? And like the whole point of any of these is to feel better. So the thing I would just say is just to put set a timer on your phone for 2 minutes. You wake up first thing in the morning before you go take a shit, before you you brush your teeth, before you check your phone. Especially do not check your phone until you do this. Do not check your phone until you do this. But before you do any of that, open your phone. I guess I said don't check your phone, but don't check notifications or anything. Keep your phone on do not disturb, especially when you go to bed. That's a huge thing. My phone's on do not disturb constantly. It hasn't been off do not disturb in like a year and a half, 2. It actually at least 2 years, probably like 3 years. It's been a long time. So I'm just gonna tell you, when you wake up, keep it on do not disturb, and go to the timer and set a 5 minute timer or 3 minute timer, I guess for you, and set it down. Then sit in your bed. Literally stay in your bed. Stay in bed and just take the deep breaths. And meditation is, it's not easy. It's a skill. You have to learn how to do it. It's not like a snap of the fingers and you can meditate. No. It takes time. It takes practice. It's like it's a skill. But the first time you're gonna have all these thoughts, man. Especially if you just failed, you're gonna have all these ideas. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm worthless. Oh my god, can I even do this? Oh my god, everyone's judging me. That's gonna happen. It's gonna play in your head. I promise. It's normal. Happened to me. Happened to everybody. Happens to everybody. You're just gonna keep playing in your head. What you need to do, you need to use this time to be like, all these thoughts that come in your head, throw them out. Forget about it. You don't need them. They come in your head, boom, throw it out. So, and when you're out the other, it's like that. They come in your head, let them pass. They come through here, throw them away. Keep throwing them away. And before you know it, 3 minutes has passed, and you're in a state of mindfulness. That, my friend, if they could bottle that up and sell it, that would be worth millions. A state of mindfulness like that is worth millions of dollars. If you can take that feeling that you get of clarity and just strength after you do even a short meditation session, if you could bottle that up and sell it, and you take it like a potion or like a drink, and you get the effects, dude, that would make that would be $1 billion industry. Insane. So I'm telling you, what you need to do is just have some practice. It doesn't have to be meditation. It can be journaling. I currently journal right now as well. A big thing I do is I do journaling. I do 3 types of journaling in one entry. First is my day. I write, hey journal, I'm like gay or whatever. I'm not gay, but like I don't give a fuck. I literally write like, hello journal. That's like the sentence one. I'm like, today was a good day. I worked out in the morning like usual. I had a good chest and back day, which is what I did today. I talked to my friend Alvin in the gym. We were talking about actually this subject. That's where I got understanding for this video. We were in the gym, and I was talking to him because he saw me and he came up to me. We talk all the time in the gym lately, and he was telling me, he's like, yeah man, like I know like it's stressful because he's failed before too, and I'm gonna be failing into his semester. And he was telling me, he's like, yeah man, like it's tough, like it's not easy, but you have to do something. You have to grind something out, because or else if you stay sitting down in one spot, you will eat yourself alive. You need to do something, or else you're gonna feel like shit. And I was like, he's right. I told him, I was like, bro, you're absolutely right. Like that's so true. And we were talking, and he was telling me he needs to get his like blood tested because he wants to check his testosterone level. Because we were talking about that the other day. We are talking about like supplements and fiber and diet. And I was telling him that I take D3, biotin, zinc, all this stuff. And he was telling me like, oh yeah, like he takes like magnesium and stuff. I'm taking that as well. He kind of put me on magnesium now because apparently it's really good for your sleep. I've noticed that. I think I've noticed better sleep too. I don't know. It might be placebo, but you know what I'm saying. It's just overall, it's just the conversation we had. And he definitely brought to light. I was like, dude, you're right. If I didn't work on my business, if I didn't work on my business for like the 2 weeks that I did and just stayed doing nothing, I would be a shell of the person I am right now. I would be a complete worthless human being. I promise you. I would be such a loser right now if I sat here and told you that, oh yeah, like you don't need to do anything. Like I promised you, like just sit there and jack off all the time. No, my God, don't do that. Don't ruin anything you've done. Oh my God, like just sit there and like I like to watch all these stupid videos. Like I like to watch like I like to binge all this. Don't get me wrong. I binged season one of The Sopranos after I failed. Like within like the couple like a within like a month, about a month ago, I watched like all the Sopranos season one. It's a really good show. I haven't watched past season one though, but like I watched the whole season one. That was good. That's don't get me wrong. Like you have to do things to cope for yourself as well, but don't go off the deep end, man. Don't go so far that you just become some crazy shell yourself, bro. Like I'm telling you, if I could talk to my past self right now and like back tell him back in college what to do, my best advice would literally just be like, sometimes you have to do it for someone other than yourself. Sometimes you have to do it for them. You have to do it for your mom. This is what my friend Alvin was kind of telling me too. I was asking him, I was like, what were your motivations? Because I'm very I'm a very talkative person. I love asking people about their stuff. I write in books as well. That's like good for social skills and whatever. About my course, I talk about this too. But I told him, he told me, I mean, that one thing that really got him through was he was like, I'm not doing it for me. I'm doing it for myself. I'm doing it for my girlfriend back home. I'm doing it for my mom, my dad, for God. I'm doing it for all these people. And I was like, dude, hell yeah, hella respect, because that's what I'm doing too. Like the hardest times when you go through, you have to say, I'm doing it for somebody else. Now, sometimes like let's say you're trying to get like a six pack, or like you're trying to lean down, you can, I mean, saying like I'm doing it for my mom is not like, yeah, it doesn't really make that much sense, you know? Like at least for me, like I can't say I'm trying to lean down for my mom. What the heck? What is that? Maybe for you it would work, but for me that just doesn't work like in my mind. And so for something like that, I say I'm doing it for my future self. That's what I say. And that's like how I keep doing this. I'm already like I'm at the level now where I am a pretty high level dude, in the sense that like the way guys and girls both treat me, even though I failed, and people know that, I'm still like the attractive dude who's super outgoing and is like strong in the gym and has good social skills and like has game and like is really good at like these things, and like whatever the case may be, has his own business, has a YouTube channel. People know about all this stuff. And so at the stage I'm right now, it became really hard because I was like, oh, it was really easy to get complacent. It was really easy for me to be like, oh yeah, like it's fine, like I'm good, my life is good, like what else can I do? When really there's so much more to climb. There's so much better and higher up you can get, dude. I'm telling you, you can be better than you are now. You can be better than you are a year from now. Every year you can, every 6 months you will be better, as long as you keep on the grind. And I was like, dude, like what, I lost so much motivation. I was like, there's no reason for me to do anything. Why do I care? Especially when I failed. And then I watched this video by this YouTuber I love. His name is Hamza. He gives such good advice to like guys in my position at my age. I feel like when it comes to like mental health and like growing and like making money online, stuff like that, he's a gold standard for me right now. I don't know how good he'll be in the future, or how even he was in the past. I'm kind of a newer watcher of his, but like I'm telling you, like his stuff is really good. So if you want more stuff, check his out. Um, but his stuff, he talks a lot about stuff like this kind of idea. And he gave me the idea to not do it for me now, do it for my future self. Instead of like saying like I'm doing it for me, like I'm gonna go to the gym for, like I wasn't even going to the gym at this point. I was so lazy. I was so depressed. I was like I can't do anything. I wasn't even working out. I started saying, I'm not doing it for me. No, I'm not doing it for me. I'm doing it for the future me, a month from now, who's so much stronger and has all the gains and is thankful for me now, the person I am, like me now, my past there, then the past version of me, for doing all this work and putting all this work effort in. That's what I want. I'm gonna be grateful for the version of me a year from now, who looks back and says, "Oh my God, I'm so grateful I made that business, made that program, and I got leaner and I got stronger and I came back fighting harder." That's what you want. That's what I want, and that's what I want my future self to be able to say to me. You know. The biggest thing I have to say is just don't waste your time, because time is so valuable. You never get more of it. Remember that. It's very obvious. It sounds obvious, but you never get more time. You never ever get more time. Never. Every great thing that's ever happened has come from Um, beautiful thing that's happened has come from persistence and just the idea of not giving up. The way America was founded, I read this in a book recently. The way America was founded, you might think it was founded on the day of 1776, whatever the day was, I forgot. Oh, I guess July 4th, 1776, when all those guys came together and wrote the Declaration and signed the Declaration of Independence. But really, it was years before that when the first signs of leadership in America's new country came forth. And that happened through unwavering confidence and persistence. The key is just to not give up. That's the key. Just do not give up. So if you're in this position right now, I can understand you. I get you. I know you're probably feeling like shit, but I'm telling you, do not give up, my friend. Do not give up. Keep going, push through. Don't waste your time. Just keep pushing through. All right? All right. Remember, stay calm, cool, and collected at all times. I will catch you in another video. Thank you for watching. You got it. You got it. Don't let this define you. It's not going to define you. Don't let it hold you back. You got it. Peace.